Welcome to Daily Hope. My name is Joan Stevenson. I work with the children in the children's ministry. And today's great verse is 1 Samuel 16:7. It's a very familiar verse. It's a verse where Saul has been rejected as the king of Israel. Samuel is sent by God to anoint the next king of Israel. And he invites Jesse and his sons to this sacrifice. And he looks at Jesse's sons and he does what all of us normally do. He sees the one who looks like a leader and he says, "This is the one." And it's in that moment that God says to Samuel, 1 Samuel 16:7, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him." The Lord does not look at the things that people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Now, it's a really familiar verse, and part of me, when I read that, I go, God, you rejected? Nobody wants to be rejected. But he is saying, the people of Israel had chosen their first king Saul based on his appearance. And God was trying to move them in a new direction to look at the character of a person's soul. Later, David, who is ultimately chosen as the next king, says to his own son to follow God with wholehearted devotion and a willing mind, because he recognizes that it's the Lord who searches the heart, who knows the motives behind our thoughts. When we think about that God looks at our hearts, it's not this squishy sentimentality. It's not this, feelings thing, although it might be that. It's the wanter. It's what motivates me. It's the thoughts behind why I do what I do. And God is truly the only one who sees those things. But we can get a pretty good glimpse of that by how someone lives. For us personally, the best way for us to do that is to take an inventory. There's a great practice called the Examine, where you can spend at the end of each day, you can look back over your day and review it and go, where were the moments where I felt drawn to the Lord? I sensed joy and peace in his presence. And then what were the moments of desolation where I felt drawn away from the Lord, when I felt anxiety or fear? And then to look at those and look for it, like, what was happening in me when those circumstances happened? What was happening on the inside that caused me to feel closer to the Lord or caused me to feel drawn away from the Lord? And then we can look at those things and say with the psalmist, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." Have a great day, church.